Hi. Before you say anything, I know. Okay, I know. I know what time it is. I know I said goodnight 3 hours ago. I know I'm in pajamas. And I know I'm wearing the ones with little strawberries on them because I specifically did not plan to be seen by anyone tonight. And yet, here I am, at your door, at midnight, like a person with no self-control. Which, surprise, is exactly what I am. Can I come in? I swear, I have a reason. Okay, well, I have an excuse. Well, the reason is that I'm pathetic. Thank you. Okay. So, you know brunch was today? With the girls? Megan asked how last night went. You know, our second date. And I did this whole speech, like a freaking TED Talk. I said, you know what? I really like him. But I'm not going to rush it. You know, I'm going to let it breathe. Third date? Just dinner. Maybe a walk. A goodnight kiss at the car. And I go home like a grown woman with dignity. And you know what? They were so proud of me. Megan literally said growth. She said the word growth to my face. About me. And I nodded like, yeah, you know what? That's right, growth. That's me. You know, I'm growing. That was 11 hours ago. You wanna know how my growth is going? Strawberry pajamas. Your doorstep. Midnight. I tried. I genuinely, honestly tried. I went home after our date tonight and it was so good. You know it was good. Don't give me that look. Okay, dinner was perfect. And you did that thing where you held the door and then you put your hand on the small of my back. And I thought, okay, I'm going to freaking die. But, you know, in a chill way, of course. Anyway, you kissed me goodnight on my car too. You know, like a gentleman. You know, which I asked for. Yeah, I literally asked for that. You know, just a goodnight kiss. You know, let's take it slow. Those were my words. From my mouth. And then I went home and sat on my bed, stared at the ceiling for 11 minutes. 11 minutes. And then I grabbed my keys and drove here. I didn't even change. You know, I didn't even put on a bra. I'm... Yeah, that's obvious. Okay, don't look at me. Or you can. I don't care anymore. Ugh. Okay, the thing is that I keep doing this thing where I try to be smart about you. Careful, strategic. And I tell myself, okay, Saren, slow down. Don't be too intense. Don't be the girl who catches feelings on date 1. And I'm very good at that speech. I've given it to myself in the mirror 100 times. I've given it to my friends. I've given it to my freaking therapist. Ugh. And then you text me something stupid like, "Hope you got home safe." Smiley face. A freaking smiley face. And my whole plan collapses like a house of cards in a hurricane. I don't even remember putting on shoes. I think I'm wearing flip-flops. Yeah, flip-flops. And strawberry pajamas. If my friends could see me right now, they would hold a freaking funeral for my dignity. Stop smiling at me like that, okay? This isn't funny. I'm having a crisis. A genuine crisis of willpower, and you're standing there looking at me like that. Which is part of the problem. Like, honestly, you could be a little less you. It would make my life a lot easier. I don't even know what I'm asking for. Okay, that's a lie. I do know what I'm asking for, but I just don't want to say it, because then I can pretend that I came here to talk or, borrow a sugar at midnight in my pajamas. What are you doing? No, okay, that's not fair. Okay, you can't just... Okay. Hi. See, this is the problem. This right here. You're so close, and you're warm, and you're looking at me like that, and my brain just turns off. Okay, all the speeches and all the plans just gone. Seriously? You're gonna do that small of my back thing again? You know what? Okay. Cards on the table? I like you. I like you in a way that's, frankly, so inconvenient. I like you in a way that made me drive across town at midnight in freaking strawberry pajamas with no bra. Okay, that's how much I like you. That is the volume of my liking you. Okay, it's freaking unhinged. And I know it's only the third date. And I know it's, supposed to go slow and I'm supposed to wait. And I know Megan is going to look at me at brunch next week and say, "You didn't." And I'm going to have to look her in the eye and say, "You know what, Megan? Yeah, I absolutely did." But I don't care anymore. I've been fighting this for a week, and I'm tired. And I'm losing it, and I don't want to win anymore. So can you just kiss me? That's what I thought. I was right to come here. You know what? Growth is freaking overrated. Come here. Don't judge me. I told you I was pathetic. Okay, this is established information. Oh, wait. I should warn you. I've been thinking about this since our first date, so I might be a little enthusiastic. Okay, just fair warning. I like you so much. I know I've been making jokes about it, but I really, 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 really like you. Not just this part. All of it. The way you listen. The way you remember things I said weeks ago. The small of my back thing. And the smiley face texts. Be nice to me, okay? I know it's a weird thing to say, but I don't do this. I don't show up at people's doors at midnight. You just make me do stupid things. So just please be nice. A kiss on the forehead. Yeah, that's really, really nice. Yeah, you're nice. I'm done fighting. I'm done fighting it. Okay, just come here. 11 minutes. That's how long my resolve lasted. 11 minutes. Oh my gosh, I want that on my tombstone. You know what? Megan is going to be so disappointed in me. She had this whole plan. She said by date 5, I should invite you to a casual group thing so my friends could vet you. There were phases to this. And I just skipped to phase 12, I guess. Just right here in your bed, drawing heart shapes on your chest. Oh my gosh, Megan's faces are dead. Yeah, with my strawberry pajamas and my complete lack of self-control. But it was worth it, though. Now you're so warm. Yeah. Put your hand around my waist. For the record, I don't regret this. Not even a little. Like, I know it's fast, and I know I showed up unannounced, and I know my pajama choice was suboptimal, okay? But, you know, this right here, this is exactly where I wanted to be all week. You know, I was just too stubborn to admit it. But if anyone asks, okay, I slept at home. Same time tomorrow?